everybody. Welcome. I'm going to start off with a question for our finalists. Given that we are also telecasting this virtually, I'm going to ask everyone to please state your name and your affiliation. We have individuals with microphones coming around. Please make sure you have a microphone to ask your question. And again, please say your name and affiliation. First question, in the back.
Ryan Hennessy, NBC 13 in Birmingham. This one's for Bryce. Bryce, what would a win like this change for you at all if you did win the Heisman?
I don't think it would change anything for me. To be here for a special weekend like this in itself is a huge honor, a huge blessing to be able to share this weekend with these guys. It's amazing. But anything individual like this, it's an honor to be up for it. But it doesn't change anything for me. Again, it's something that you can't control. You can't really, you don't draw on or make any decision about how you work or how you execute or what you have to do in the future because of it. So this is a huge honor to even be here this weekend, but regardless of what happens, nothing really changes for me.
Next question right here down here in the center.
Down center. There you go. I'll go after. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm Shu of New York, Shu from New York. This question is for Bryce and TJ. Can you guys reminisce about your middle school days for a second? What does it mean I know you just smiled right there. What does it mean to at first play against each other in middle school and now to be next to each other at Heisman finals?
Yeah, I think it's a blessing, man, just to be two young Cali guys growing up in this football world together, to learn from each other, playing against each other, playing with each other. So, I mean, it's really cool to have a brother like this who's doing the same thing I'm doing. We often FaceTime. We don't even talk about football, we just talk about life. So when you have a brother like that, it's a great feeling. And, I'm really proud of him. I know he's proud of me. So.
Yeah, for us to kind of, like you said, for us to kind of grow up together in the football world, for us to kind of grow, both of us knowing each other at a young age, and all that we've been through and accomplished now. Again, we're always talking when we see each other. Every time we're always proud of each other. Whenever we see, we're always rooting for each other. And to have someone like you to know, like we always got each other's back. Have a brother like that we're always locked in, and for it to kind of culminate into a weekend like this, it's magical. So I'm super happy for this experience.
Next question, Lloyd.
Lloyd Carroll from the Queens Chronicle. This is kind of historic. This is the first Heisman I can remember where college athletes can earn money from name, image, and likeness. I was wondering if you could talk about some of the big deals you were able to get. And it's now just as important for you guys to get a CPA as an agent. So I'd like to hear about that. Anybody can take it.
Good.
Sure.
What was the exact question again?
No, it's important now for you guys to get a good CPA in college, to get a good certified public accountant as an agent,
Right.
with the income producing that you can do.
Yeah, I think it's incredibly important. I know a lot of us are doing the big NIL deals and, making sure you got people looking over the contracts so they're not taking your rights or anything and, being set up good financially with a good financial advisor. I think it's important to get those guys in place, especially for, up-and-coming athletes in college.
Ken, you want to answer that?
Yeah, I agree with Wade. So I think it's important to be smart and, just do your due diligence with everything you make, include teammates, get back to the community. So all great things if you handle it the right way.
TJ?
Yeah, like those guys saying, just to piggyback there, I think it's also a great start for maybe future in the NFL, where it's a bigger scale. So I feel like it's a good jump start. I know my guys who are representing me at Athletes First are doing a great job. Everything's really organized, and I really appreciate them because they keep everything organized, and I really just focus on ball, and they just approve or decline things for me. So I mean, on top of that, it's a blessing just to be able to provide for my family a little more. I know sometimes it was tough growing up financially for me, but now I'm able to provide for my family in instances where I never thought I would at such a young age. So I'm truly blessed with God.
Thank you, Bryce.
Yeah, kind of just to piggyback off what they all said. I think it's really good for everyone to kind of have this opportunity
Question up front, AP.
AP Stedham, WHEP, AM/FM, Foley, Alabama. This question is for Bryce. Bryce, what would it mean for you to win the Heisman Trophy as the first quarterback from the University of Alabama?
Yeah, there's been such a great legacy at the University of Alabama, and there's such a rich quarterback history from all the guys who've been there, from being around, obviously being around back the most, but being around to a little bit, and then to Jalen, to all the guys in the past that I've watched and studied and learned from through watching film and hearing stories about them, just to hear that history, to hear what they've meant to the program, what they've meant to all the coaches, all the people that they've encountered. That's something that I don't take lightly at all. I take a lot of pride in. And for me, trying to live up to that standard and build off of it and to make them proud means a lot to me. I'm just happy to be here for this weekend. This experience has been amazing. So, whatever happens tonight is, I'm just happy to be here this weekend. But take a lot of pride in, doing what I can to make those guys proud, to continue the history and continue that legacy of Alabama quarterbacks.
Second row, left side.
Alex Keeler from Primetime Sports Talk. This one's for Kenny. Has Tony Dorsett reached out to you at all about winning being a finalist?
Yeah, he has, and it's incredibly special. Be the next opportunity for Pitt to bring home the Heisman. With Larry Fitzgerald, Dan Marino, Tony Dorsett, all the guys that were around the award, and then Tony Dorsett winning. So I'm extremely grateful to have my name alongside those guys.
Right in front, first row, far left, if you could hand it.
Johnny McDonald, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. This question's for Kenny. Kenny, this morning coming in from Baltimore, laying your eyes on Heisman for the first time. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, it was really, a really special moment. Just kind of looking back on where I was a year ago to where I'm sitting now. This time last year was a lot different for me. I was debating on going to the NFL. Probably around the 5th, 6th round pick. Made a decision to come back. Me and Aidan were talking. We weren't even on the odds to be here. So, looking at where I started and now, being here, just a lot of thanks to the people that helped me get here, my teammates, my coaches. Extremely grateful to be sitting up here with these three guys.
Front center.
Daniel Galt, WRHUFM. I'm a college student myself. I cannot imagine being in your shoes. Could you tell us more about what this weekend has been like for you guys?
What has this weekend been like for you guys? Want to start with that question?
So this is my second time being in New York. First time a really long time ago. Don't remember a whole lot, but being here in the city, I'm not a big city boy, but we got to walk around a little bit and see the tree and see that famous ice rink. So it was cool. Seems like the people here really love the city, and it's really been great. Just kind of experiencing it with these guys and. Just doing the whole ceremony. I mean, it's gonna be really cool.
It's been an unbelievable weekend coming from Baltimore after the Johnny Unitas Award and now sitting here. I'm from 45 minutes south of here, so I have a lot of family, friends, and coaches that are all watching a launch party. I mean, we go see them and kind of celebrate just the season in general. So it's a special night for sure.
Yeah, man, it's special for me as well. It's my first time ever being in New York. Being from Southern California, the LA area, IE. Definitely a city boy, but this is kind of different. I mean, there's a lot going on. People drive crazy out here. I ain't really been used to that. So, but I mean, really, this has been a blessing to be around these guys. They're great football players, and I feel like it's just an honor to be have my name just considered. You know what I mean? So I'm truly blessed with God. Really excited for tonight and see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's been an amazing experience to be able to share with these guys. Obviously, I've known CJ for a while, but meeting Aidan and Kenny, they've been super cool, and I'm getting to build those relationships and really getting to share this weekend with them. It's been awesome. Getting to see the city. I've been here a few times before, but it's kind of my first time really being able to explore it and walk around and see it during Christmas time. Also, has been really special. So it's been super fun. It's been a blessing to be here. It's been an amazing experience. So. It's been great.
Front row.
Marvin Chambers, 4.0 Sports Media. This question is for Aidan. You play a 7 technique and a wide 9. On the next level, how do you feel like bumping down the 1 or 3? How do you feel comfortable?
I don't think they're going to bump me down. They're going to keep me on the edge. I think I'm a very elite edge player, and I proved that this year, standing up, being in kind of the Ravens' defensive scheme with our new defensive coordinator. So I mean, it's been great. I flourish in that scheme, and whatever team takes me, that they're going to get well.
5th row, far right side.
Matt Napolitano, Fox News Radio. First, congratulations to all the rings making it this far. The postseason continues for you guys. What has been the sort of homework load that you've been sent with to start focusing up for your respective bowl games?
No. Can you repeat the question, please?
So obviously, you all have bowl games coming up. What's been sort of the homework load you've been sent with coming into tonight, knowing that you still got to study up while this all is still happening, all this pageantry?
Yeah, have you been given any homework to prep for the bowl games?
Oh, the bowl games? Oh, no.
I'm sorry, it's the mask. I'm sorry.
No, yeah. We've been off for a week in Michigan, and then we're back on Monday, so, we're hitting it. We're going to hit it hard then.
Yeah, we've been off as well, so just a chance to enjoy the weekend and get back to work.
Personally, I've been off. We didn't play last week, sadly, but so I've been doing my homework, watching Utah, studying their plays and their defense, and they do a lot of great things. They like to blitz 4 on the side, so that's really tough to pick up. So I know I have to be on my job to pick up the protections and make sure my guys are the best suits to win the game.
Yeah, we've glanced at it a little bit. When we get back, that's really when we're trying to just start game planning and start a process. But just glance at that stuff a little bit. At the same time, try to live in the moment and experience this weekend. So once in a lifetime opportunity. So just try to balance that.
Front row, left side.
Yes, Robert Cobb from the Inscriber Digital Magazine out of Cleveland. This question is directed towards Kenny Pickett. Kenny, as someone who goes to a school with a rich tradition such as Pitt, what's it like for you to be mentioned amongst some of the greatest players to ever play, specifically Dan Marino, and having your name mentioned alongside him with some of the records he's broken and hypothetically, where do you see yourself potentially in an NFL draft, and what team would you potentially like to go to if you had a chance to shoot it?
It's a loaded question. It's pretty surreal to have your name alongside Dan Marino, knowing what he's done in the game and the kind of legend he has. Had a chance to spend a weekend with him before the ACC championship game on Friday night. Just kind of get to know him better as a person, and he's an incredible person, obviously a great player. I guess to add on the NFL question, I don't have a preference to where I go. Like I said, like you guys just heard my story a little bit. I'm just grateful to be in the discussion of where I am now. So I'll be as prepared as I possibly can be. And like Ian said, whatever team picks me, they're definitely gonna give my all. So I'm excited for the next level.
Front row, left side as well.
Yeah, I'm on to again, WRHOFM New York. My question is for Aidan. Aidan, what would it mean for you to be in the same company as a fellow Wolverine, Charlton Wilson, the only defensive players to win the Heisman? Can you speak on the significance of getting Michigan into the college football playoff for the first time?
Yeah. Michigan, we've been having a legendary season, something that nobody really felt we could do this season. We're the first unranked team in the playoffs. We won the Big Ten championship really against all the odds. And, kind of individually, being in the same discussion as Charles Woodson, I mean, that's someone who I grew up knowing. I grew up, knowing he was the only defensive player to win the Heisman. And now I'm sitting here, my senior year, being a Heisman finalist, and I got a chance to win it tonight. So it got to mean so much. And, Michigan's kind of got a little trend going for defensive players being Heisman finalists, and he's the only one to win it. So it'd be such a blessing to do that here tonight.
Question left.
Patrick Bell with Touchdown Alabama Magazine. This one's for CJ and Bryce. I know you guys are both California kids, and you got some pretty flashy jewelry on tonight. Just wondering if there's any sort of friendly competition between these dress.
Dress? We really talk about dress. That's about the only thing we had no friendly competition about though. But yeah, I guess not tonight.
We glad we both look good.
Yeah, exactly.
We represent for Cali right now. You know what I mean? So it's all good.
Next question, back center.
This one's for Bryce. You've been cool, calm, and collected throughout the year. 4th and 7 against Auburn, and you didn't blink. Was there a moment here where you got a little nervous when you got this morning? This is a little different going into the Heisman?
I wouldn't say so. This is something really again something I can't control. It's something that it's out of my control. It's whoever wins is to the voters who choose. So it's not something I can control. So it's I really don't feel like anything to be nervous about. But also really it's just been about the experience of the weekend. It's been for me. I've just been soaking in the weekend and getting to be around these guys, getting to be around the city. It's been a great experience. It's been a lot of fun. So I've just been enjoying the weekend and been having a great time.
All right, folks, we're going to take 2 more questions before we move on to some of the questions from our virtual attendees. After that, we're going to set up the room again for photos. Before each of the finalists, we'll go back to the table for individual questions as well. So the last 2 questions here before we move on to our virtual attendee questions. Down front left.
Dalton Bull from Pitt News. Kenny, this question is for you. You mentioned growing up 45 minutes away from here. What's it mean for you to be in New York City right where you grew up?
Yeah, I can't really put a lot of words to it. Very special. A lot of family and friends that are traveling up. Being so close to home. So win or lose, it's a very special weekend. Just grateful to be up here.
Question in the back center.
Hi, Sam Roche, WPGS Pittsburgh. This one's for Kenny. You took a huge step forward this year in terms of your game style. How do you think for the season you made, make any adjustments in your workout, play style, scheme that you think really helped out? Is there anyone you tried to model your game after going into the season?
Yeah, specifically, I wouldn't say there was one single person, but I think collectively as a unit we did this together offensively. Just really dedicating ourselves to our craft and getting everyone to throw in sessions, watching a lot of film, making sure we're all on the same page. This is our 3rd year in the same system. We kind of had different coordinators throughout my career at Pitt, so being able to have this, as my 3rd season with Coach Whipple, really get to expand the offense and get our guys in the right position for us to succeed. I think it kind of went, as a unit, not so much as me individually.
All right, we're going to take a few questions from our virtual attendees now.
Okay, we've got first up Jerry DiPaola from the Pittsburgh Tribune Review.
And then you're going to the Senior Bowl. I wonder what your plans are as far as training for the draft, training for the combine, and then things you might be doing after the first of the year.
Yeah, I'll be training at Test Academy in New Jersey, which is really close to here. 35, like about 30 minutes from where I live. And training with Tony Rasio, who I've been training with since I was a freshman. That's all planned for after the bowl game.
What are the things you might be working on, Kenny?
Obviously just get my body back to where it needs to be. It's been a long season. Battling through some injuries here and there, so really trying to get as healthy as I can be, and then obviously building everything, from fundamentals and strength, speed, and all that stuff.
Thank you.
Okay, we've got Nathan Jacobs from the KSHB.
Hey guys, my question for you, for each one of you is, who was the person who most inspired you to love football?
I think growing up, it's a common answer, but I think it's just my dad. He was an All-American at Michigan, and I grew up going to all the games. So I think he really inspired me, and seeing him on the walls, in Shebecker Hall at our football building, I think it made me want to be like him, and I think it's something I did. So it's been such a true inspiration to me, and I'm grateful to call him my dad.
Yeah, my dad as well. Coached me since I was 5 until 8th grade. Still is like a coach, call him after every game and talk to him throughout the week, and he asks a lot of great questions and kind of keeps me on my toes, with my coaches. So, just having a ton of great memories, through football, just grateful for the sport, but, my dad definitely had the biggest influence on me.
Me personally, it's probably been my whole family. I mean, growing up, sometimes it wasn't the easiest things, but they were my motivation. I mean, to get up at whatever time in the morning to go work out, go kill myself just so I can make it. Even in high school, I had that mindset just to make it out just so I can provide for my family. So